Well met, and welcome to Gold Zone. Our adventure starts here. We started on Muro, not because we wanted, because we had to. The wheel chose for us, Paladin Dwarf, but I'm glad it ended up like this because I wanted to have more choices after the first zone. Unlike Troll, Orc and Tauren that have only Barons, Undead that has only Silver Pine, and Elf that have only Darkshore. Human and Dwarf were the ideal choice. The biggest rule of our challenge is simple. We cannot advance to the next zone until we can pay a gold fee. So, there are 40 zones in World of Warcraft Classic. I found this chart on the internet with all the zones and their levels. Starting zones will have the fee of 100 gold. Second zones will have 200 gold. And later we will decide what prices should the other zones have. Maybe I can get some suggestions. I will speed this up until we get to Karanos. Meanwhile, I will tell you some of our simple rules. Rule number 1. We are not allowed to buy anything from the auction house. We are only allowed to sell. We also can use the vendors only from the zones that we unlocked, just for professions usage. Rule number 2. No bank alt, so we'll have to sell everything on our own. And make probably 100 trips per day to the auction house. Also, we won't use auctioneer or TSM add-on. We're keeping it as classic as possible with very few add-ons. Rule number 3. We are not allowed to change professions, but we will get all the secondary professions. Question is, what professions do we choose? So, we made a character before we started all of this to check the auction house. I've checked for all the starting zone materials: copper ore, silverleaf, peacebloom, earthroot and light leather. Before I started this adventure, I said I won't go for the easiest way. Herb prices were the lowest, so I had to go with herbalism and alchemy. Now, I had to get to Karanos fast to learn the professions. So, I killed Greek near the cold, and we finished all the quests in Coldridge Valley. I safety crossed Coldridge Pass, and after a 2-minute walk we arrived in Karanos. And now to learn professions. We got first aid, we got cooking, or not enough gold, okay. We killed a few boars and then we went to Ironforge to learn our main professions: alchemy and herbalism. And now we are ready to start making some gold. Finally, now we can get our first herb. Oh no. Or not. Okay, now we got it. Our first flower is picked up. Yay! What? Okay, we got it after all, and some more fails, of course. But we are on the right track. At level 10 we'll do an hour of farming herbs to see how many we can get. But for now we kept killing boars and bears. Keep picking up herbs. And also failing, of course. Maybe if I change position I won't fail. Oh look, it worked. We dinged 7 and finished the quest with the same kill. We went back to town to empty our bags, and this time we had enough money to train cooking, and we also got our first recipe, but not enough skill to train it. We finally got skill 15 in herbalism, and now we can herb earthroot. And we also stole McGran's stash for winter, and almost ended up like the little gnome that died here. Gnomi or Gnomel? That's a weird name to pronounce. And we got ourselves a new pair of bracers and level 8. Back to town to train now. least this time I had enough gold to train everything. After that we bought some empty vials and we crafted our first consumables, and we are ready for some gnome killing. By the way, do you know how many gnomes are required to paint a wall? I'll tell you that at the end of the episode. Okay, our plan is to kill leopard gnomes for 1 hour and see the outcome. We started this with 7 silver. Nothing interesting happened, we just got 19 kills, 5 linen cloth and no greens. But after the 10 minutes mark, something interesting happened. We got our first rare. Well, he got us and almost killed us. Gibblewilt is his name, and after a very long fight he died, and apparently he always drops this foreman vest. It's cloth but has 2 strength, so we'll use it for now. After a few minutes we got another green hunting bow. This should sell for more. If I'm not wrong, this is the first green hunters can get. On the 30 minutes mark we just got a shield that probably won't sell. Then luck hit us. We got a huge weapon upgrade, a mace with +2 intellect and +2 strength. We dinged 10. Time to choose our first talent. Benediction. This reduces mana cost of seals and judgments. Less downtime to stop drinking. We got 3 more greens in the last 20 minutes, but nothing big. Also, our killing rate went up by around 50%. From around 20 gnomes to 30 plus, thanks to the mace. Results after 1 hour of killing leopard gnomes. 147 kills, 7 greens and almost 3 stacks of linen, and 27 silver. Back to Ironforge. Man, this orchestra really hits you when you enter the city. I've listed everything we got. If everything sells, we should get around 1 gold. We logged out near the mail and went to bed. Okay, let's see. Nice! The 2 swords didn't sell as expected, and the peace plume, but everything else did. Awesome! We will vendor the 2 swords, and we got our first gold. Yeah, for about 2 minutes. We continue with the quests. I was thinking of killing Wendigos for 1 hour, but they are too low level and their loot table, it's really just not worth it. We'll have to find something else to farm. And to respect our leveling tradition, when we dinged we also got the last quest item. Our talent will be Benediction, then we will put 5 points into this. After that I found this guy. And we learned fishing, but we will leave that for later, since fishing in Dunmorog doesn't bring anything valuable. We picked up our first paladin quest. If I remember right, it's the redemption quest. I had to do a lot of walking and talking, and this guy took 10 of my linen cloth, and then went back to the paladin trainer, and he sent us somewhere far away to resurrect the guy. But on our way there I was killing some boars and we got a recipe. This could have some potential. We also picked up the elite quest to kill Vagash. We easily killed him using the fence streak. Unfortunately our mace was better than the quest reward, so we had to pick the cloth legs with stamina. At least it's a minor upgrade from our white legs. On the road to rest the paladin we found a chest. And we got another recipe. Tailoring with +1 intellect. I'm curious if this one sells. We rest him and completed our quest. But on the road back to Ironforge we found another chest. This one just had a small lustrous pearl. But as far as I know, this won't sell for much. We listed a few things on the auction house. Hopefully that recipe will sell for 1 gold. But we'll see. And officially we finished all the quests in Dunmorog and we're done for episode 1. And now for the joke. How many gnomes are required to paint a wall? It depends how hard you throw them. On the next episode we will try 3 new farming strategies in Dunmorog. With our current rate of gold per hour, we won't be done with Dunmorog by Christmas. So, I will leave you 3 teaser sounds for them. Let me see if you can guess them. 1, 2, and 3. Thank you all for your patience in watching this video until the end. I would like to mention that this is my first attempt at creating content for YouTube, and therefore I am new to both recording and editing videos. I apologize for any grammatical errors as English is not my native language. I welcome any suggestions or feedback, whether regarding my video editing or the challenge itself. If you found this video enjoyable, please consider liking and subscribing, as it would mean a great deal to me. This challenge was inspired by Goldbound series, so be sure to check it out if you haven't already. See you soon!